Well. Dream is alive. The hope is alive. World Cup campaign is still on track. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, welcome back to another video. Sports to the bone in the house again. So, West Indies, they were able to get the better of Zimbabwe early this morning in their second T20 game of the first round of the World Cup, right? They were able to come out on the winning end. I mean, it got close at one point in time, but we were able to pull through. So we're going to congratulate them and we're going to shout out to them. But the work has just begun, my viewers and subscribers. And I want to say shout out to Johnson Charles. He came into the team, got an opportunity, and he grabbed it straight away. I personally did not have him in my team, but this is how I always say it, my people. Because I don't have you in my personal team does not mean I don't want you to perform. He came in the team, he performed, and he played an extremely important role in us getting up to 153. And for that, I am extremely happy. Happy that they had him in the playing 11. Happy that it worked out. You understand? So shout out to Johnson Charles. So we're going to go down into it, my viewers and subscribers. But remember, if you subscribe if you're not subscribers yet, alright? So West Indies played, they changed up the playing 11 from what they used against Scotland. And we had Johnson Charles coming in and Evan Lewis batting at number 3. And we had Brandon King missing out. So it was 153 for 7 that West Indies posted after their 20 overs. That in itself is not a strong total at all, my peeps. Not a strong total. I mean, if the quality of our bowlers did not come through, then we would have been out of the World Cup, basically. If the quality of Jason Holder and Alzarri Joseph did not pull us through, then we would be looking and how we would have to make that long trip back from down under to return to the Caribbean, basically. You understand? So 153 for 7 is what we got. And in that knock, as I said earlier, Johnson Charles was very crucial to that. He ended up getting 45 off 36. He opened up the innings with Kyle Mayers, who got 13 from 12. So Kyle Mayers wasn't able to fire again in this game. Evan Lewis, they decided not to drop him. They decided to play him at number 3. And he got 15 off 18. So the struggle still continues where Evan Lewis is concerned. As I always say, my peeps, I am a fan of the guy, but I am not too certain how he made the playing 11 based on the fact that we didn't know if he was mentally and physically ready to be playing World Cup. But we know you don't know it. He's in the team. He didn't do anything opening. They decided to keep him in. And he didn't do anything at number 3 either. Evan Lewis is this type of player. If it comes off for him on a day, then West Indies will be extremely in a good position. Because when he scores good and he bats deep. You understand? Generally speaking, once Evan Lewis gets over 25-30, he usually goes on to get a half century and bats down into the innings. So it didn't work out at all. Captain Nicholas Pooran, Nicholas Pooran just being Nicholas Pooran as usual. Hitting the ball in the air, was out caught. He got 7 from 9. So still yet to get his campaign up and running. And being one of the specialist batsmen in the team, he definitely needs to pick it up. Shamar Brooks, he came down the order. He didn't score. Ravman Powell batted before Brooks, got 28 off 21 deliveries, getting a couple of maximums and 1-4. So Ravman Powell, as I said, he was able to stitch a little bit of partnership together, get some runs. And Brooks came, faced 3 deliveries, then he was out. Jason Holder wasn't able to do it with the bat like he did in the first game. So he ended up getting 4 from 3. Akil Hussain, he has been improving leaps and bounds where his cricket is concerned on a whole. Not only his bowling, his batting was very, very good also, my peeps. He ended up getting 23 from 18 not out, while Odin Smith remained not out and 1 having faced 2 deliveries. So that is how we ended up on 153 for 7. Now, where the bowling is concerned for Zimbabwe, we had Raza getting 3 wickets, right? And Blessing, he had 2 wickets. Williams had 1. Now, as it relates to how we lost the wickets, the partnerships, we were 28 for 1. 77 for 2. So after 28 for 1, we had a little bit of partnership going on there. Up to 77 for 2, 90 for 3, 97 for 4, 97 for 5, 101 for 6. And at this point, 101 for 6 and 14 overs really seems as if we were going down. But as I said, Akil Hussein came and he did some work. We ended up to 150 before we lost the 7th wicket, and we ended on 153. As I said, it's a victory, my viewers and subscribers, but this is nothing to ride home about. This is nothing to jump up and celebrate about, because that sort of those sort of batting will definitely not cut it if we even go further down into the tournament. Now, when it was time for us to bowl, my viewers and subscribers, Zimbabwe, they lost wickets early, but in the middle to the latter phase, they were putting on a good little partnership, and they were threatening that 153. But as I said, Jason Hola and Alzari Joseph, they came through with the wickets. So they were 29 for 1, 47 for 2, 48 for 3, 58 for 4, 64 for 5, 79 for 6, 92 for 7. So as I said, they lost wickets at a regular interval. Then it was 102 for 9. Then 122 is where they ended up. All out, my viewers and subscribers. So, shout out to the West Indies bowlers for getting the job done. In terms of the wickets, we had Kyle Mayers once again bowling 1 over. That 1 over was very expensive, picking up 17. So the experiment with Kyle Mayers, that this is what we are getting from it. Akil Hussein being very economical as usual, bowling 4 overs, giving away 25 runs and picking up a wicket. Alzari Joseph, he was the cream of the crop. He was the man with the ball. He bowled 4 overs, 16 runs and picked up 4 wickets. Yes, man. Jason Hola, he had his T20 international career best. He bowled 3.2 overs, gave away 12 runs and picked up 3 wickets. Obed Mackay had 3 overs, 19 runs and 1 wicket. Right, then Odin Smith, he bowled 3 overs for 31 runs, 1 wicket. So Odin Smith was a little bit on the expensive end, the only bowler to go over into the 30s in terms of the amount of runs that was actually scored off him. So West Indies secured that game by 31 runs. As I said, my viewers and subscribers, it is nothing to really jump for joy about. 153 is definitely not where we want to be, but we're going to take it a game at a time. Definitely going to take it a game at a time, and we are hoping that this will give the team some confidence, this will give the team some momentum, and they will go through. So once again, I want to say shout out to Johnson Charles for coming into the playing 11, hitting the ground running straight away and getting the runs that eventually ended up pushing the team up to 153, top scoring for us with that 45. If you listened to my video yesterday evening before the game, I would have given my playing 11, and Johnson Charles wasn't in it. And that is why I always say, my peeps, as I said at the beginning of the video, when I give my playing 11, it just has to do with the players that I personally would use in that game situation. Doesn't necessarily mean that if another player plays, I don't want him to score runs. Anybody score runs or pick up the wickets for us to win, it's a win nonetheless. It doesn't matter where they are from. You understand? So we are indeed happy that he came in and he was able to do the job, and that this performance definitely secure his spot for the next couple of games. You understand? Because as I said, coming in and hitting the ground running at the same time under pressure is not easy, and batting at the top of the order there. So shout out to him. So that is basically it for this one, my viewers and subscribers. We want to see the actual batsmen that are batting in the middle start scoring some runs. Nicholas Pooran needs to score runs. Can't go through the tournament and do the same fool and continue the same foolishness. It can't work. Right? So Nicholas Pooran needs to score runs. If they're going to persist with Evan Lewis, then obviously he's going to have to score runs. Same thing with Shamar Brooks and Rahman Paul got some runs today, but the middle order definitely needs to score the runs, because the top order will be looking to go as hard as possible in the power play, so we might lose a wicket or two. So the guys that come in after, they need to start scoring runs. So we're going to leave it right there for now, my peeps, but the comment section is open. for you to go ahead and let me know how you feel about the game, especially if you were able to watch the game from start to finish. Big up on yourself.